Wow, look at this garage sale haul. This is all just from today, not the Roomba, not the vacuum cleaners and the mops and stuff. Those are mine. But everything right here that I got today at garage sales. And I don't normally get so much at garage sales because they are overpriced sometimes, but also they usually accept only cash. And today I had, I think, 3 or 4 sales that were accepting digital payments. So I was able to get some stuff. I don't carry cash on me generally. And I believe I have 34 items here, and the total was $67, so about $1.97, just under $2 per item. And now the goal is to basically shop for free. So for instance, if I saw this skirt and I wanted to buy it for myself, I would buy that bathing suit to sell to offset the price of the skirt and hopefully also make some profit. So we're going to go through these items one by one, and I'll tell you which ones I'm going to keep or plan to keep, which ones I plan to put in my eBay store, and how much I think they're going to sell for or hope they're going to sell for. And we'll see if we made a profit today and we're able to shop for free and put a little bit extra money in my pocket. So let's go right now. So many things in one day was really exciting to me. I had a really good time yesterday doing all this. So let's get started. And I'm going to try to keep a running tally of how much I think these things are going to cost. But in the light of the video, I don't want to be writing things down all the time. So I'm going to get a general idea of cost and see if I made a profit or at least was able to pay for the things that I am going to keep for myself. So the first thing is actually, I'm going to show you this that I got for free. It wasn't something that I had my eye on. I didn't walk over there. I'm like, oh, I really want this. In fact, I looked at it, went right past it, wasn't interested. But this was at the end of this lady's garage sale, and she asked if I wanted it for free. And I'm like, hey, what the heck? Why not if it's for free? And it's this Snoopy waffle maker. And it makes little Snoopy waffles with his little face there. And I don't have a waffle maker. I don't make waffles, maybe because I don't have a waffle maker. But so we got this one, and this one's gonna go in the kitchen. I'm gonna keep it. You know, it's pretty heavy to be shipping. I don't think it has any real value outside of being a waffle maker. So that's a nice addition to the kitchen. And again, it was free, so why the heck not? And then the second thing that I'm going to show you is actually I've been planning, and if you know my sort of past few years life situation, you know that I wasn't able to celebrate the holidays last year and maybe the previous year the way that I wanted to due to my housing situation. So this year my plan is to just go all out in decorating for Christmas, since I love decorating for Christmas. Now I'm on a strict budget and I can't just go buying everything that I want to decorate. So I've been keeping my eyes out for cheaper alternatives to decorate for Christmas. And one of the first things that I saw or that I got today to go towards that idea for this Christmas is this beaded Christmas tree that lights up. And it's really pretty on its own, just with the beads. It does work. It's just white light and it's really pretty when it's plugged in. So I am going to keep this for myself as part of Christmas decor for this year. I really love it. I actually think it could even be non-Christmas and kind of just be out all the time if I had the room. But this is definitely going to be something that's going to go towards the vibe of my Christmas themes for this year. So I'm excited for that. So this is a keep. It was probably about, on average, this was part of that bundle, so it didn't have an individual price. Really, it was probably about 25 cents. But since I'm gathering all these together, remember each item is about just under $2 if I put an average on the items. So that's one thing that I'm going to keep. The next thing I got to sell is this sort of stand here, hand painted on the top, and it's musical. This is from Switzerland. I think the brand is called Rouge. It plays Waltz of the Flowers, made in Switzerland. And I haven't been able to figure out how to get this to work. Like, I know this is sort of like a stop start. I don't know if maybe it doesn't work, and I don't want to pull it one way or the other to find out. If it doesn't work, which I have heard the music kind of tinkling around when I move it, but if it doesn't work, I'll sell it for about 25, and if I can't get it to work, about 35. So this is one thing that I am selling for profit, and hopefully that will sell and make up for about $25 to $35, which would easily pay for the Christmas tree that I just showed you. And well, the Snoopy thing was free. So that would be the first thing that I would make a profit on. The next thing I grabbed was this, and actually it's just a little pot holder or like a little trivet, And I actually, it's missing like a few little pieces right here. I looked up this company, which I'm not sure that they're in business anymore. I think it says Casa de Artesanato Núñez de Carmenita Alzira Núñez. This is in Portugal. I looked them up. They do like this sort of maybe like a loom slash hand woven type like tapestries and stuff like this. You can see it's really pretty in the pattern. I had picked this up to resell, and with most things that I get, I ended up thinking that I might keep it. Don't hold me for my word. The things that I say that I'm going to keep might end up on my eBay store or my Poshmark store anyway, so I would keep an eye out for them. I do have a bad habit of picking things up to sell and then keeping them myself, or for temporarily keeping them, like for a few weeks, a few months, and then selling them because I want to pick up something else. Like, I like to admire them temporarily. This one, like I said, I had picked up to sell. It does have this little thing here, but I might just keep it. They have, you know, I might link them if I could find the company website. I might link them in the description below because they have really beautiful things. Here's the tag. They might not be in business anymore. So, you know, maybe it'll be impossible to find this kind of stuff. So I don't know, should I keep this? I wouldn't use it, I don't think, for, you know, for hot things. I might just kind of like hang it on the fridge. Again, I might sell it. It does have the damage there, but we'll see. Again, don't hold me for my word on what I'm keeping and not keeping, with the exception of the Christmas stuff for sure, because that's like, that has to be done. Like, I need to decorate for Christmas this year. All right, the next thing that I got is actually some clothing that I picked up for $1. Really simple Lulu's denim sort of tank top here. I'm gonna just sell this for like 10 bucks. Really simple, easy profit, make the money back for that. Size small. This was also at the end of the garage sale, and the girl was just like, everything's $1, the clothing. Everything was $1 for the clothing. So I did grab a few things from her, and I'm gonna resell all that clothing. Another thing that I got for myself, and if you've been following me, you know that I'm into this sort of flowery, Italian vintage pottery type stuff. And so I found this. Let me cover up her chest in case YouTube tries to censor this video. But it's just a little Italian vase made in Italy without any other maker's mark on it. And again, I think it was my great grandmother that inspired me for this. She had like the most beautiful sitting room, and I would just sit in it and look at all her beautiful stuff and think it was like the most gorgeous thing ever. And I keep, you know, grabbing stuff like this. It's a vase, and I'm not sure what I'll put in it. I don't know if I'll put like fake flowers like this one right here, or maybe like a little light, or maybe nothing. But it does match a lot of my other sort of vintage Italian decor that I have going on. This was sitting on the counter at the table at the garage sale, really dirty. It was really dusty. In fact, there's still a little bit of dust on it. The inside was dirty, and everyone was just passing it by, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna grab that. I did give it a quick wash with just some mild soap and water. These are just like little cracks in here, and so yeah, I'm gonna give it one more clean, and then it's gonna go on my table slash what I might be making my vanity. And I do not anticipate that this will end up in my eBay store. This should be mine. Again, I am full of lies right now, and you might see it there. I don't think so though. I don't think so. I think this is a keep for me. So let's fingers crossed that I hold on to that, because I actually do really like it. I don't have much room to be putting stuff. I don't have enough shelves. And so that might be the downside, is I don't have enough room for this stuff. So we will see. The next thing that I got, just a really simple camel pack for $5. I don't know what my intention with this was, to keep it or to sell it. If I do sell it, it's worth about $15 or so. And it doesn't look like it's ever been used. I was thinking I was going to carry this around to the thrift stores with me. But can you imagine how weird I might look if I was putting this on my back and like grabbing this hose and like, okay, I know I wouldn't be doing that, but I feel like a scuba diver in the thrift store, because I always have my water bottle and my fan and my camera and this and that, and I'm trying to use my hands to show you guys stuff and pick things up and whatever. And I'm like, well, maybe if I don't have to hold the water bottle, I could put this on my back. But that's not what it's meant for. It's not for shopping treks. It's like people going on hikes and stuff. So I don't know if I'm going to use this for, I probably will not actually literally take it to the thrift store. I don't think. But I'm not going on nature walks often, although I would love to. So this might just be end up something that I'm selling. It does have a little bit of some little dirt right here, but otherwise it's in great condition. Again, if I sell it about $15, and if I keep it, it was $5, so it's not like a huge like loss of investment or something like that. I would find a way to use it for sure, but we'll see. I should make like a tally of how many times I say this is going to end up in my store and this I'm going to keep, and see if I'm actually right or if I'm just lying to myself about everything. Okay, the next thing that I got is this vintage, and yes, 2002 is vintage. Anything over 20 years. It's so sad because 2002 does not feel like vintage or that it should be. Now this is, you know, it's just plastic, Hello Kitty, and when I had opened it up, and it looks like this, I had thought it was like a jewelry organizer or a makeup organizer. And if you look at the front, you can see it has like a clothing store and like beauty and like a little cafe and stuff. And so I thought, well, this is like a beauty organizer. But I saw somebody else listing it online as a chips and dip platter. So like, I don't know, chips, vegetables, and this does come out with a lid. So maybe like if you're taking this to like a potluck or something, it could be that too. The reason that I think it's not that is because it doesn't, that I can say, or that I can say microwave or dishwasher safe or something like that you would see for food related things. And also, since it does have those beauty things on the front, I think it's meant to be for beauty organization or jewelry organization or something like that. I don't know. What do you guys think? And I do I do love Hello Kitty, and so does my mom. And so I had picked this up to resell. Please, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's so cute. I don't have any, this is big. Like, I don't have any room on any of my counters to keep this. If my mom sees this video, she's going to probably want it. If I do end up selling it online, I'm thinking about $30. So again, if someone's keeping a tally, I think we're at about $55, maybe $60, $75, which means if I sell this, the music box, the little trivet, and I think, what was it? Is that all I showed so far? Then that would make almost my profit back. I spent $67 on everything here. So if I sell all those, profit is most of the way back. We will see what I actually list, because clearly I have self-control problems when I go to the garage sales. Next item, Billabong denim skirt with this cute little knot here. This again was for $1. Same woman that sold the camel backpack thing to me. And I will sell this, obviously, because I'm not this size, 25-inch waist, I wish. So this is gonna be for sale for about $20, and there is no going back on that one. I can't fit in it, so boo-hoo on me. And this will be another $25 towards our profit, aka shopping for free or paying a bill or something like that. Now look at this guy. I had actually walked by him 3 times and picked him up because I thought, well, it's just a little wizard. It's a magnet. And I thought, well, you know, magnet, like you can get magnets anywhere, all the time, everywhere. But then I looked at the back, and it says made and hand painted in the USA from 1988. And I love things with a date, a vintage or antique or whatever date. And I thought, I can't pass him up. Again, he was in the bundle garage sale, so he's probably about 25 cents. He's got this cute crystal ball, which maybe might even be a marble. It's really pretty and sparkly. He's kind of like, I don't know, half asleep in his mystical little coma or whatever he's going. He's a sparkly hat. And again, not necessarily something that I would pick up for myself, but I think somebody would love this who's into wizards or crystal ball type stuff. And so I am gonna sell this, although the more that I look at him, the more that I like him. Oh, please. I think, again, I didn't see anything exactly like this online, so I'm not sure what to list it at, but I think probably, again, around that $20 range. And this is definitely vintage from 1988, so he's gonna go for sale for profit. The next thing I picked up, this. You guys should probably know that you can pick this up at TJ Maxx, at Ulta, maybe Walmart, right now in the store. This is the Madagascar Centella. It's kind of trending right now. There we go. And I believe it's about $17 if you pick it up brand new online. I had thought I was gonna try it, but I think this particular one is for acne, but I'm not entirely certain. So if I do end up selling this, it would probably be for less than $10, or I might have somebody pick it up locally if they don't want to pay for shipping. I would hate to list something that you can get for brand new currently in the store for more than you could get it in the store. That doesn't make any sense to me. So I might put it local pickup or whatever. So this would just be like a $5 to $10 profit, if at all. Or maybe if I know somebody who wants this, like in my life, I might just give it to them because I only got it for, you know, less than $2. So, but it's a full brand new bottle, and I did grab that because I knew it was trending on, like, I don't know, like TJ Maxx forums and stuff like that. Look at this guy. I picked him up to sell $1. He's bigger than I don't feel like he's that big, but he's pretty big. And I thought this would go good with people who collect chickens and roosters and maybe in their kitchen have that kind of vibe, or country western, or just bird vibe. He's made in Brazil. And he does have one little chip or paint flaw right here, but otherwise in great condition. I'm gonna sell him for about $25. I think most of the things here I'm thinking is a profit of about $25, $20 to $35. I'll see if there's anything that's not. But this will be in my eBay store. He's cute. I like to buy things that other people don't have, or handmade things, in addition to trending or like expensive items. Like I like to grab things that other people wouldn't get at the store. Like for instance, something like this you can get in the store. So I wouldn't normally be drawn to that, but for $1 or whatever I got, that's why I grabbed it. Look at this guy. This is a cat from outer space. And this looks like it's probably just some fabric you can get at, you know, like a fabric store, but somebody handmade it into a purse. And she has her tag in here. It says handmade with love by Gail Packer. If Gail Packer has a store, I'll try to find it and link it below. And it's got like a little bit of like a floral interior, and obviously it's made by hand. She's got this little button here in the front for it to close, and a cute little, you know, it's a cute little shoulder bag. And so I thought some cat lover, or some like kind of retro, bright, science fiction-y lover, or just like wacky pattern lover would love this. It's a nice little quilted kind of feel. And I do expect to sell this for, guess how much? $25-ish online. I will link her store if I do find it. Maybe she just kind of does this as a hobby for friends or family. But I picked this up also, I believe this one was $2. Same place that I got the clothing from. Now, there's nothing particularly special about this. This is just a ramen bowl from World Market, but I had been looking for a bowl of about this size because I'm still trying to stock up my kitchen with dishes and stuff. And I prefer to get stuff that's not like, I don't know, from Amazon. Nothing's wrong with getting stuff from Amazon. I just like stuff that's more unique. And it's just, I think you can get this online still from World Market for about $7 or $10 for just the bowl, brand new. I got this one for less than $2, probably less than that really. And it's not even like a color that I would normally get, or a color combo that I would normally get, but I think it's cute. And I was looking for it, and so I couldn't pass it up for the price. So I'm keeping this. I just washed it last night, and this will be my new little soup bowl. I think it's adorable. I had grabbed this from my mom. She used to do a lot of paddle boarding, kind of like surfboarding, you know, and she used to have like this kind of theme in her house going on, like a beachy surfboard theme. I don't think she has that anymore. I haven't been to her house in a while, but I'm not sure that she has that vibe or that she wants this anymore. If she doesn't, I'll throw this on eBay for about 10 or 15 bucks. And it's just like a little bulletin board, or like, you know, you put your pictures or whatever in here. It says hang tents, surfboards. It looks like this on the back. And it's a nice little beachy vibe for like a little beach house or a little cottage or something like that. Just really thin. I don't know if you can still get these online currently, but if she doesn't want this, it will be about a $10 profit that I'm going to be putting in my store. Let's talk about some more Christmas things that I got for my apartment. Now this isn't exactly a decoration, but I couldn't pass it up because look how cute it is. This is just a tray, but this is like a little butter knife or something with the Christmas light on top, and the Christmas light works. You twist it to turn it on. I haven't tested it. It's still in the box, but to me it doesn't even matter because I think, or I know that I like it just as it is. I didn't realize it lit up at first. So even just like this, I'm happy with it. I don't know what I'll put in it. I think I'll put it on the table and I'll have the little, you know, this like kind of sitting in here. Whether I use it for food, I don't know. What would I use the knife for? Like cheese or something? I don't eat cheese like that, but I feel like that's what it would be for. You know, like you'd put like some soft cheese here and some crackers next to it. What else could I use this knife for? Butter? Anyways, this was sold from Hallmark at $16 originally at some point. I didn't look up to see if they're still for sale because, again, I'm not selling this and I'm not selling the Christmas things. This is for my happiness for Christmas this year. So it's not quite decor. It is decor. I guess it won't be like up on the wall or something, but it'll be in the kitchen and I'm excited. I hope this works. Again, I'll still love it regardless, but how cute would that be if that lights up and it's like sitting on the table? Really cute. So I'm excited for this. Again, talking about clothing, I got this Adidas bathing suit, which I am going to sell. Again, I don't fit into this. Does this look like something I can fit into? No. This is really cute. It's an Adidas collab with, shoot, I forget his name. I'll have to look it up. And these are going for about up to $78. This one, it has not been worn, but it doesn't have, you know, its tags on it still. So I'm not going to sell it for brand new. I'm going to sell it like as used for probably about $30 or so. It's got the racer back with sort of like the leopard print, but this is like a bright orange. And it does have a tiny little snag on the front. Where did I see it? Like here? There's like barely, it's here, you can see. So about 30. I do see quite a few online. It might go lower depending on demand. Obviously, summer's ending here. I don't know if people are looking for swimsuits still. I don't normally sell swimsuits, but this is really cute. If it fit me and I went swimming, I might keep it, but I'm going to definitely sell that for profit. And again, the things that I've shown you so far for profit obviously have cleared my $67 amount that I spent on this stuff. So already at this point, I've shopped for free as long as everything sells. And it does take me a while to list these things. I have to photograph them, measure them, sometimes clean them, list them. And, you know, I'm still doing YouTube and regular work and regular life. So sometimes they're a little bit behind. If you don't see these things listed right away, just keep waiting or send me a message on Instagram and I can, you know, just tell you if it's ready to go or send it to you directly, whichever. Okay, so let me show you something else that I got for free. The lady that gave, actually, where is it? The Snoopy thing, that the waffle maker, there was 2 women at that garage sale, 2 households basically. So at that same garage sale, the other woman had a box of stuff that she asked if I wanted, because I was at the end of the garage sale, for free. And it was a box of dishes, and it had about 5 large dinner plates and 2 smaller plates, like salad plates, that look like this. And this is Noritake stoneware. This is more modern, called Strawberry Delight. Let's see here. Now, out of the 5 dinner plates or so, one of them was broken. I did throw it away. And out of the 2 saucer plates, one was broken. I threw it away. The other one's pretty like damaged right here, and I might throw that one away too. I'm not sure. But I'm holding on to the rest of the dinner plates for myself. Now, I said earlier in the video, I'm trying to still stock up my own kitchen. And these are cute. They're microwave safe. They're dishwasher safe. They're totally fine. And so I think do I have 4 or 5 of these? I just washed them last night and they're in my cupboard there. I just wanted to show you the pattern. So I had these, and also in that same batch of free groceries, what do you call these things? Dishes, was 2 mugs of the same brand. And, 2 mugs and this little creamer cup. What do you call these? Creamer pitcher. So these are cute. This is really adorable. So these will go as part of my kitchen collection, which is a bit eclectic and unmatchy right now, but I kind of like it. It's like changing, your outfits. Like there's different plates for different moods or whatever. So all those dishes, and actually there was like this little, this is just a little like sock organizer thing that she threw in there also for free, which we're gonna just put in our closet. I'm really happy with that. Again, I have no idea on resale value. Probably like, I don't know, $10 per plate, maybe like about the same for the cup, but I'm not gonna sell them. Dishes are hard to sell. They're heavy. Unless you have something super rare or like an entire set of something, like you're gonna be like drowning in how many dishes are there to sell online. Like yours, you would have to, I don't know, promote your piece even more than everybody else's. So I don't generally pick up dishes to resell, but it is hard sometimes when you find something beautiful and rare or not even rare, just worth money, but it's just one plate. It's hard to sell. I did try it in the past and it just ended up being too much, especially with packaging and you don't want it to break on its way there. So, and they're heavy and then the shipping is a lot. So I don't tend to sell dishes too often or things like that. Like for instance, something like this, just because they're harder to pack. It doesn't mean that I don't. It just means that I don't as often, just because it's tougher. But I'm happy with that. Free dishes. So that's a definite win. And let's look at another piece of clothing. This Band of Gypsies corset dress. It's a mini dress here. And obviously, no, I don't fit in this size small. I can't even fit one boob in there, so I'm not going to keep this. I'll sell this. Band of Gypsies dresses can go for quite a bit of money. The longer ones, the more rare patterns, and this one, being a mini dress, kind of summer. Not so much on this one, but I'll sell this probably again for about 25 bucks. Got it for $1. The same thing the lady that was selling the bathing suit and the Billabong skirt. So this will be in my eBay and Poshmark store for somebody. Really cute. And even though we're coming out of summer and going into fall, I think this would look cute with like a denim jacket and like some cowboy boots or something for fall, or like those Western kind of boots. There's so many ways that you can dress this for fall too. So I think that'll sell actually pretty quickly. And what do we have left here? Oh, let's look at some, I was gonna say let's look at some shoes, but let me show you something else first. These are just party light candle holders, which are not expensive candle holders to get. Again, these were from the garage sale that bundled everything together, so they were probably about 25 cents. I got 3. They're in different sizes, largest, medium, and then the smaller one. They all look the same aside from their size, and they look like this. They're for tea lights, and they look like this. So the tea light goes in here, and then you have this kind of open area where you could put stuff in here, like little rocks or jewelry or something like that. The tea light goes in here, or you could put nothing. It probably looks really nice. I'm gonna clean these up and keep these, and I'm really excited to use these. They also threw in these candles. They gave me 3 of them, 1 for each, just like this. So this will be pretty, I think. I'd like to take a picture of these all lit at the same time, and I'll put that on social media. I'm excited about these. They had quite a few party light things at this garage sale, and I had to control myself because clearly I bought a lot of stuff. But one of the party light things, it was like a candelabra, but it was metal and just not something I was too interested in. And then they had a stack of like tea light holders that were smaller, and I figured, well, I already have these, so I could really customize these or just keep them like as it is. And I'm really happy with this purchase, and the candles, of course, so I could use it right away, and then later get a box of tea lights. I wanted to show you some shoes that I got, and actually some for me. I rarely get stuff for myself. I either can't find stuff in my size, they're too expensive. Like I said, I I don't have cash, or sometimes I do buy stuff for myself and I end up selling it anyway to pay a bill because we are on a budget right now. So I got these and my plan is to keep these for myself. Who is gonna keep me honest and make sure that I kept the things that I said I'm keeping for myself and actually kept them? These you can still, I'm not sure if you can still get these online for brand new. Maybe if you do sell your own for brand new, I think you can sell them for about 100, maybe a little less. If you have like a used pair that has a little bit of wear, maybe about 60. These look exceptional. They look like they were maybe not worn. They have a little bit of dust and dirt, but I think that's from being in the bin that they were in. But look how cute these are. These are some Adidas Superstars. Look at the bottom. They're like not even worn. And so my plan is to keep these for myself. Aren't they cute? You know, I look at the back. This is cute. And again, I know we're coming out of spring and fall and all that, or summer, and we're going into fall where maybe like white and pink won't be like super trendy, but I think these will be a forever shoe, right? Adidas, this kind of style of Adidas will be a forever shoe. Please let me keep these. Do not let me fall into the trap of, well, if I sell them, I can buy something else different or two things. Or if I sell them, I could pay a bill. Like that is obviously an important thing. But I think it's important to have a little bit of variety in my life because right now I'm really limiting myself on getting clothing and items and shoes and stuff for myself. I tend to sell everything because I would rather pay a bill. But I think I want to keep these. So let's please somebody message me in like 3 months and make sure that I still have these in my own closet and that I've worn them, not just like put them somewhere in case I might sell them. Like I actually should wear them. We shall see. I do love them. I think they're cute. Here's a spoon. Why did I buy this spoon? Because I'm trying to stock my kitchen. It is just a slotted spoon. It has no worth aside from being a slotted spoon. I just didn't have one. There was a bunch of silverware out and I said, I don't have that for 25 cents. I need that. I could use this. You know, everybody needs a little slotted spoon. So here's my slotted spoon. I'm not selling this. I'm keeping this. Again, Christmas decor-ish. And I got these little vintage coasters just made of cork. There's Santa, there's like a reindeer, a cat, so on and so forth. They need a little wipe down. They're a little bit dusty. I'm gonna put these out for Christmas for me to keep for Christmas because we are gonna have a cute Christmas in here. The lady that was selling the shoes that I got a few pairs of, which I'll show you, I had seen these first in the bin because it was all like sunny outside and the sun was sparkling onto these. Now these are just Crocs, which of course are like 20 bucks by themselves depending on the style, but do not make fun of me. Look at these. Now obviously I know these aren't actually like Louis Vuitton from the Louis Vuitton store or Chanel or whatever she's got going on here. These are just the little, you know, what do you call them, little baubles that you customize your Crocs with. I don't know if she actually sent off and got these Crocs like customized, you know, with all these or bought them individually. I have no idea, but in the sunlight they sparkle gorgeously. The bright green summer color, I really like these. I've never owned Crocs, and I don't, if these were to be resold, to be honest, they might pick up a good amount of money, like close to 80 bucks or so. But again, my plan is to keep them, at least try to wear them a little bit for the remainder of summer. And they look fine on the back, maybe worn a couple of times. They look good on the front. And they're really sparkly. We've got, what is that, lipstick and this little Crocs thing, Chanel, Nike, Louis Vuitton, another Nike, a couple Chanels, there's a Prada on here. I really like these. Again, this is something I'm hoping to keep from my collection, or my growing collection. Now I have 2 pairs of shoes, or 2 extra pairs of shoes. But I can imagine how some people might think these are gaudy. I think they're super fun. And again, like having something, obviously people have Crocs and they customize their Crocs. That's not rare or something, but you know, not everybody has this pair exactly like this. So again, hold me to my word that I keep these. And if you do see them for sale, that just means I couldn't find a way to fit them in my wardrobe, or I decided there was something else I had my eye on. So I sold this to make room for something else. But again, this is the first thing that caught my eye at her garage sale. So I picked these up first, along with those Adidas that I just showed you. And also these, which I was gonna keep for myself, but they're too small. These Kate Spade flip-flop thongs, which are really cute. They have the little bow and the little spade for Kate Spade. They don't fit, so I decided to pick them up for resale, and I got them for $3. I'm gonna sell them for about 15, I think. It's 9. I wear a size 8.5, but they didn't fit. They say size 9B. Maybe my feet are getting bigger or something, because these should have fit, but they didn't. I don't know, my feet looked like they were like hanging over the sides. So size 9, really cute Kate Spade shoes. And the last pair of shoes that I got from her, okay, I was really excited about these shoes up until like an hour ago, because these are some Dolls Kill boots, and they're not on the website anymore. So people are reselling them. They were like $115 or something in the beginning on the website, and now people are reselling them for like $158 brand new and like $80 used. These DC Comics female superhero Dolls Kill platform boots. Look at those laces. Look at this sexy girl on there. Great condition bottom. You can see the Dolls Kill here with the little symbol. And I was really excited about these. I still am really excited about them. But apparently, Jay told me during the garage selling trip, oh, look at that one, it has some damage. And I didn't hear him. He said this, I didn't hear it. And so I bought them anyway without noticing. And I still took them all the way home and didn't notice. And it wasn't until I was about to film and Jay's like, oh, don't forget those have damage or something. I said, I thought he was kidding. I said, no, they don't. They do. They have massive damage, in fact. This is the other one. It's lifting completely from the sole. So now I do have a bit of a dilemma, because I'm not going to sell them like this, obviously, at least not for their full potential price. But they're not like throw them in the trash. Like, they're still a decent boot. So now I have a couple options. I can kind of like try to glue them down myself right here, and, you know, consider them slightly damaged and either keep them, which I don't know what I would wear them with. They could maybe just be like decor. Even like this, they can kind of be decor. Or I can sell them as damaged, and someone else who knows how to fix shoes or also wants to keep them as like a little decor can keep them. Maybe somebody even wants to wear them like that. I have no idea, and I can mark the price down. Or I can get them professionally fixed, and then that would eat into my profits of making money off of this shoe, which might not be worth it. I've never taken a shoe to a cobbler before, but I can imagine it's going to be more than the shoe might be worth to resell. Now, if these were my personal shoes, I would absolutely take them to a cobbler, because you can't get these brand new on the site anymore. So I do have a decision to make here, and I'm not sure what that decision is, because I just found out they were broken. Jay's known since yesterday. I just found out an hour ago. But aside from that, they're in fantastic condition, which makes me wonder if there was a flaw with this shoe. It looks like there's a little rock stuck in here, so obviously they've worn them. But otherwise the bottoms are really nice, and so they probably only wore them a couple times, which makes me think, well, what happened here? Like, why did that separate? Like, maybe somebody twisted their ankle and popped it out or something. But they're just freaking great. These are just fantastic. Again, whether you're going to wear them or just kind of put them on your display with like your, I don't know, DC figurines or your video games or something, I think they're great. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. Again, this is new news to me that they were broken. So I don't know. What would you guys do? I know this is not the vibe everybody would wear, but what would you do? If you're a reseller, what would you do? If you're a collector, what would you do? If you were a shoe person, what would you do? I'd like to know, because I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I did pick up a couple pieces of jewelry here, and there was a woman that was selling quite a bit of jewelry. I didn't really have time to look through all her stuff. It was getting hot, And we were the only ones at her garage sale. Her garage sale was like way off in this like side street that nobody could find. And so we were the only ones there. And I don't know about you, but when I go to a garage sale and I'm the only one there, or like the only two people there, I feel so like shy and embarrassed because they're just like looking at you, and or they're like, you know, hyper focused on you, like kind of following you, or just like, that's $1, or that was this and that was that, and you feel like compelled to like buy something, or you can't like kind of look at your own leisure. And so I was getting kind of uncomfortable there, plus it was getting hot. So I only looked at a couple of her jewelry pieces, and I picked up these two. These are Betsy Johnson sort of, not, well, kind of like bangles, but they open up here. Do they? Yeah, they open up here like this. This one's just a gold tone one. And this one has a pink, like rhinestones. They're really pretty. I think I'm gonna sell them together as a set for probably 50 as a set. If I do them individually, it'll be about 25 each. I'm really not sure. It'll be easier to put them together as a set, but you know, not everybody will want both. So I'll consider that. But either way, about $25 each. I think I got them for 10 total for both. So that'll be a nice little profit when they sell. They're really cute. Stop me from keeping these, please. The other thing that I got from her, she had said this was also a Betsy Johnson piece, and I believed her because I saw, and I don't think she was lying, I just think she got confused. I saw the Betsy Johnson symbol here on this necklace, but when I got home, this is like a brooch and necklace. When I got home, I realized this piece isn't Betsy Johnson. She had added this on to this Betsy Johnson chain. This piece right here, you can get from Amazon right now for like 10 bucks. It's just an inexpensive piece. It's cute, but I'm not gonna sell. If I sell it, it'll be as, you know, a mixed piece, or I'll take this off and not sell this. It's not worth it to take the time in to sell this and just sell the chain by itself, or just keep the chain. I'm not sure. Now that it's not one piece, I'm not exactly sure, but it's still pretty. I wouldn't personally wear it like this as a necklace, but you know, I don't know. It's not a loss because I can still sell the chain, and it's pretty. I don't remember. I think it was $12 for that. This was pricier. Again, I was going under the assumption that this piece was Betsy Johnson. I'm not mad, like she didn't lie, because it's partially Betsy Johnson, but the piece right there on the bottom is definitely just like a little Amazon piece for 10 bucks. I got this teapot, which I actually walked by like 3 times because I knew that like I probably wouldn't sell it just, again, because it's heavy glass and it's harder to sell. Also, teapots are very collectible, so there's tons of them online. It's kind of hard to sell teapots, same as dishes, unless you have like a rare one. This one is Price Kensington, made in England. It's vintage, kind of a floral, grandma core, cottage core type deal, and I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna find a place in my kitchen for this. I think it's really cute, and I do like teapots myself. If I had more space and more money, I would probably collect some teapots. The other side just has the one flower. You can get this brand still in store, not this one, but this brand. They still make modern teapots and etc. I got this for, again, the average is less than $2. By itself, it was probably like $1. And I'm really happy with this. I'm gonna shine it up a little bit and find a spot in my running out of spot kitchen. You see little McDonald's toys back there. Those flowers go on the table. I just moved them for the video because that's where I'm sitting. So I don't know. And over there is like, I'm running out of room. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this cutie. The last thing that I got, actually that box of dishes that lady gave me for free, you know, the cups were wrapped up. She had tissue paper everywhere. When I unwrapped the tissue paper, I found these. These are little salt and pepper shakers, and I'm like, oh, I'll use them. I don't have salt and pepper shakers. I'll keep these, and I washed them, and I will probably keep them because I don't have any, but I did look them up because I can't help myself, and they're lead crystal, and they're worth about $50 as a set. This one does have a little bit of damage on the top where the metallic is coming off, and like around that part right there. They still have a worth. I don't have salt and pepper shakers, so I do plan on keeping these. I think they're super cute, and they will go on my counter and stuff really nicely, but they do have value. And you know what I think sometimes? Sell a thing, pay a bill. Sell a thing, pay a bill. So we didn't keep a running tally. I have no idea how much I actually profited here. And of course, profit meaning how much I think they would sell for, not including Poshmark fees, eBay fees, taxes, shipping, you know, all that kind of stuff that you have to put into. So like if I said, oh, this is all worth $200, like how much am I actually going to put in my pocket? I didn't keep a running tally, but for sure I made back the $67 that I spent on all of this, because I'm going to sell some stuff and keep an eye out on them for my eBay store, my Poshmark store, and make sure that I actually kept the things that I said I was going to keep. And I do look forward to shopping for free some more in this like shopping for free thrifting garage sale series on how to find things that you like, but also how to find something to pick up to sell so you can buy the one thing that you do like and continue shopping if you like to shop. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.